Okay, I need everybody that is watching to pay attention, because you are now part of an interesting experiment, and also a cheap way for me to make extra revenue. But primarily an interesting experiment. I need everybody that is watching to count how many ads you get on this video, because we're going to add as many as YouTube will allow me to in 10 minutes, which is why this video is exactly 10 minutes. But just because I add 5 ad breaks, for example, doesn't mean that everybody watching is going to get 5 different adverts. So the number's going to fluctuate. So please count the adverts that you get, and then at the end of the video, post a comment with what the number is. Or if you want, you can click this little eye and you can vote on the poll how many adverts you got as well, so that you can see how many adverts other people got. So before I go any further, let me explain what ad breaks are. So when you upload a video that is over 10 minutes long, you can put ad breaks into it. Now previously you knew how many ad breaks were on a video because of the little yellow things that were on this little timeline. But I've gone on today, and for some reason every single video that I go on doesn't have any of these little yellow lines. I don't know if YouTube's updating something, but they do still appear on mobile. So if my editor zooms in on this PewDiePie Minecraft episode, you can see that there are 6 yellow dots and there's one at the end as well. So that means that the uploader put 6 mid-rolls into this 30-minute video. And a mid-roll could be one of these things where it stops the video and plays an ad full screen, and then you're able to skip it like that. Or if I was to skip through this PewDiePie video, one of these should pop up. This is a banner ad. Also, I'm guessing by this point in the video, a few of you will have already had 1 or 2 mid-rolls, so make sure you're counting them. So these banner ads can also pop up, and if I was to click forward, you can see that the banner ad has actually changed, and you can see that this ad on the side has also changed as well. That's because we got to another designated ad break. And let's just skip right the way to the end, and I'm guessing it'll probably change again. Yep, there it has. It's changed to namecheap.com. So I'm guessing that not everybody that's watching knows how you add these mid-rolls. Basically, there's a couple of ways to do this. So you could go to youtube.com/upload_defaults, and one of your buttons, if you're monetized, is automatic mid-roll ads. So what that does is YouTube will find natural pauses in your content. For example, if we fade to black for a second and stop talking, and then we come back up, if YouTube was assigning ads, they would probably put an ad break there because it felt like a natural pause. So I think the way YouTube's automatic mid-rolls works is if a video is 10 minutes long, it'll put 1 ad break in, and if a video is like 20 minutes long, it'll put a couple more. What you can also do is you can go into your actual video basic info, and there is a monetization tab. So if we click this, you can see here, this is where you can add your own ad breaks. So what I do these days when a video is at least 10 minutes is I add an ad break in at 3 minutes, and then I add one at about 7 minutes as well. Some YouTubers add more than this, some YouTubers add less. When mid-rolls first became a thing, I would never use them because it felt super annoying. But what I've noticed is people generally don't seem to care. I know a lot of other channels add 3 ad breaks into a 10-minute video. Morgs, for example, I'm pretty sure he adds a mid-roll every minute, which I think's a bit excessive. But I reckon if your video's 10 minutes long, you can get away with 3 and no one really seems to mind. And in my opinion, if you can make slightly more money and people don't mind, then you may as well shove in a couple extras, you know what I mean? So basically how it works is if I wanted to put 1 minute in, I would drag the timeline to as close as 1 minute as possible, and I'd click insert ad. And YouTube will do a little thing where you can preview it as well. So if I click this, it's protection from unwanted content. What the? There's the ad break, and then wait for it. Christ is this? I'll drop a heart. So it just plays the audio from the video so that you can determine whether the ad break is interrupting something or not. Also, I'm guessing a few of you might have had like 3 mid-rolls at this point. I hope you're keeping count. In your comment, if you want to say whether you got banner adverts or whether you got actual interrupted mid-rolls, that would also be helpful for this experiment, and I will try and gather all of the data. Also, I'm obviously going to do a follow-up video to this where we determine if adding lots of mid-rolls actually makes a difference to how much ad revenue the video makes. So if this video gets 100,000 views, I'll compare it to another of my videos that got 100,000 views, and we can see what the revenue difference is. So if you want to make sure you don't miss that video, please do subscribe and follow my stuff as well. Thanks, everybody. So I'm going to get rid of all of these ad breaks on this 10-minute video, and I'm going to see what suggest placements does. So let me click that. Yeah, like I said, it's added 1 at 3 minutes 38. But I'm kind of curious, if a video's over 15 minutes, will it still only add 1, or will it try and add 2? So let's find one of my 15-minute videos. Alright, this video's 15 minutes, so if we click on edit, we get rid of all of the mid-rolls that I automatically added, and then if we go for suggest placements, it still only adds 1 for a 15-minute long video. And generally, YouTubers tend to add quite a few more than 1 if a video is over 15 minutes. Also, side note, I want to say, I know that some people find mid-rolls annoying, and I can completely understand where they're coming from, but the general consensus seems to be that people aren't too bothered, and they know that YouTube's an unstable job, and people want to support people that they enjoy watching. Alright, let's find a video that's over 20 minutes, and we'll see how many adverts it'll add. There we go, we've got this old One Life video from March. So we get rid of the ad breaks that I manually inserted, and we shall click suggest play. It won't let me click it! YouTube could Could not find a good place for ads based on the content of your video. Please insert your ads manually. Weird. So YouTube just couldn't find a natural break. I wonder why. Okay, no problem. So if we click insert ad breaks in bulk, what happens? Let me try that. So that's basically just a way for you to pick specific time points. So I would just kind of do it like that, and then it would, and then if I click insert ads, yeah, it shoves them all there. Okay, interesting. I've never tried that feature before. Are you counting how many adverts you've got? Please make sure to keep count. Say them out loud while you're watching, just to make sure it sticks in your brain. It's difficult to determine how far we are into this video because I'm 14 minutes into the recording, but I'm guessing we're probably around 5 minutes in. Also, I don't think these little banner adverts that pop up here, I don't think they show up on mobile. I think mobile users only have the full screen interrupted adverts. So obviously the device you're using is going to play a big part in the kind of end numbers. Right, we've got a 3-hour live stream here, and it looks like I just left this up to YouTube to automatically add a mid-roll, and in a 3-hour live stream they only added one, and it was 59 minutes in. So that's interesting. It seems like YouTube will only ever add one no matter how long the video is, which is pretty odd to me considering they want to make as much money as possible. I'm gonna spread these out all over the place. There we go. That's an ad break every 20 minutes. Leave me alone. You can also click after video so that an advert plays when a video finishes, which people tend to do because why not? And the uploader can also decide if they want a video to play an advert before it starts, or if they just want to wait for a mid-roll a few minutes in. But anyway, we need to answer the title, so we're going back onto our exactly 10-minute long video, and we're going to see how many can we actually add in. So we've got one before the video. Can I click insert ad here when it's on 00? No, I can't. So what if we go a few seconds in? Okay, it's inserted one 5 seconds into the video, and we've also got a pre-roll. Surely there is a limit to how many you can add. So if I was to go 4 seconds later, nah. I thought there'd be like a limit of like 1 a minute, but YouTube seems to be allowing me to just, Christ almighty. Right, we're gonna edit ad breaks in bulk here. We're gonna see if we can add one every 5 seconds. So even though it's allowing me to insert an ad every 5 seconds, I have a feeling that if we actually were to go on the watch page, there wouldn't be an advert every 5 seconds. So we'll test that theory in just a second. Are you tracking how many ads you've had, by the way? Good, that's alright then. Right, so if I do that, we've got an advert every 5 seconds for the first 40 seconds. I'm going to click save. Because the little yellow dots aren't showing on desktop for some reason, I'm going to find the video on my phone and we'll see if we can see the ad breaks themselves. Okay, here's the video. So if I click on it, okay, this is interesting. Hopefully you can see that. There are no ad breaks displaying at all, apart from one right at the end, that little yellow dot. So I wanted to see what would happen if I just added an ad break every minute. So we've got 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, 4 minute. Going onto my phone, and if little Kai zooms in on that nice blurry little fella, there is an advert appearing every minute. So what if we still have 4 adverts, but I move them to appear every 30 seconds? I don't think it's going to display an advert every 30 seconds. Right, click save changes, and now we just need to wait a little bit for it to actually update. Yeah, 30 seconds is a no-go. So what has happened is the system has now reverted. You can see that tiny little dot if you look carefully. It's moved it back to 1 mid-roll back at the 4 minute point. So let's find out if 1 minute's the minimum. So I'm going to see if it'll allow me to put an ad break 59 seconds later. Oh, it has updated. Let me focus that for you. Look at those 2 little dots. Okay, I'm gonna have to play around with these numbers and work out exactly what the minimum is, because it's some point between 45 and 59. Well, I think I've broken everything. I was messing with it so much, trying 58 seconds, 59 seconds, 56 seconds, etc. And then it just stopped updating the mid-rolls on my phone. I moved to a different video that is just about 10 minutes, as you can see. And the mid-rolls aren't updating there either. So the last time that it actually worked was 59 seconds. So what we've concluded from this experiment is in a 10-minute video, you could put an advert 9 different times, and Jesus, it looks disgusting. Doing such a thing, I would say, is excessive and is just going to lead to people not liking you. Kind of what happens with Morgs. But this is how we can fit them all in. We have an after video ad and a before video ad, and then if you have one at like 5 seconds in, you've got all of your viewers at 5 seconds in. I don't know how often an advert would actually play that close to another advert, but you would earn more revenue because audience retention is at its highest at the beginning. And just to prove that all of those adverts do actually display, unlike when we were adding one every 5 seconds, you can see all of the adverts there, and my god, do they look horrifically disgusting. So I'm obviously going to delete all of these because we don't want them on that random Reddit video from a couple of months ago, but I am going to add them all to this video so that you can all tell me how many adverts you actually got. You know that I've placed 11 adverts, but I'm guessing that most of you will get maybe 3 or 4. Make sure you include the before video ad and the after video ad as well. So you can vote in this little poll how many you've got, and then you can see what other people got, or you could post in the comments and add a few more details. Thank you very much for watching. I'm going to do a follow-up video where we determine how much revenue this video's made compared to another video of mine with similar views. So make sure you are subscribed to the channel if you want to see that. Click the like button if you enjoyed this experiment, and I'll see you all next time.